Hi people of the internets, my name is Revile2NR and welcome back to City Skylines Sunset Harbor DLC, which we haven't really been doing much of the Sunset Harbor DLC at all, have we? But in its place we've been building beautiful things like this wonderful island, we built a wonderful zoo. Everything is wonderful in this city, right? Everything's wonderful, picture perfect and nice. Which leads us to today. Today we're going to be building here. Well, we'll get closer to it and you'll be able to figure out where we're building. Hold on. Wait for it. Okay, to the left of the highway where the old factory is, all that land along the side there, we're going to be building. And since we're building on the wrong side of the tracks, we're going to be building a really terrible neighborhood, right? You have to have one in a modern city. Just a bad neighborhood where bad things go down. You know, there's going to be hookers and drug deals and murders and all those wonderful things that people take for granted when they're gone, right? So, we're building a bad neighborhood. And at first, as per usual, we gotta level everything out, right? Because that's what you do when you build things. You level the terrain. That's how buildings are built. You don't build on unlevel terrain. That's how that works. And we're gonna need to put in highway areas of connection. And I went with this little trumpeter highway area. And I like it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty nice. Just trying to get it at the right level right now without moving everything else at the same time, which I still am. But don't worry, we get there eventually. Look at that. Just get rid of that bridge. Try again, and bam. And we can actually lower it quite a bit because that train is kind of sunken underneath it. I love it. It worked out beautifully. How nice. How nice is that? It's very nice, just in case you were curious. That's how nice. Very. I'm not sure about this though, because we have to connect these two up. And I go for quite the windy little path. And now I don't like it. We might have to go back and redo this. Because that's a bit much, isn't it? It should just be more so maybe one little curve would probably do it. I don't know, I might go back and redo that. But also, we're going to be connecting this area to our other island in the zoo island so they can get back and forth there. They just tear apart the bridge. I think I changed that road later, and possibly this road too. Because I don't really want those bridges to have those big things on them, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. My phone just made a noise and I got really distracted. I apologize. I'm back on board. Alright, so we're gonna add an entrance and exit right here. Since this is already pretty much built, we might as well just add on to it, you know? Make a nice little cut through so you can get to the factory area and to this new area that we're building. And get on and off the highway, right? It's perfect. We're also going to add another entrance and exit to this highway at the very bottom of the map too. Because it's always good to give your people options. People like options, right? But not too many options. You ever go to a restaurant and their menu is like 10 pages long? It's a little overwhelming. Oh, and check this out. Finally, we can start accepting dead people again. What a happy day, right? We can now accept all of your dead. How nice. Bring out your dead. Look, all the little hearses going out. Oh, wonderful. Because we have a problem with death in this city. We just had a huge death wave and all of our cemeteries were all filled up. But it's fine now. Good. So, what we have to do here, I don't want this road and this new entrance and exit to interfere with each other, right? Because that road leads straight to our cargo depot, and I don't want the trucks mixing with our normal traffic, because that just seems bad to me. So, we're just moving everything slightly up the highway a little bit to get it away from this new entrance and exit that we're going to be building. Which we're going to be building closer to the bridge. So these little exits and entrances that are on here already, we're just moving them up the highway a little bit, right? just to give ourselves some breathing room, and you know, it'll look nicer, because it was a bit much, right? Those were really, really long entrances and exits to a highway. How long? They were like miles. They were like miles long, and we don't need that. So here we are. Brand new bridge. Brand new entrances and exits. Ah, that's great. And we're gonna hook it up to this road too, because you may as well. And I kind of feel like I did this wrong. I made it go up towards that highway. I should really turn it around so trucks can get onto the highway right there, right? It makes more sense. But anyway, we're also going to be building a public rail system, right? Because that other train stop that we did in the nice area by the zoo, if I can say what I'm thinking, that gets a lot of traffic. And since the rails are right here and I want this place to look very industrial, we're gonna add just a whole bunch of tracks that nobody's ever gonna use, but it just makes it look real busy, right? Real busy and nice. And while doing this, look at this. All the trucks that are trying to leave are blocking the people who are trying to get in, and it's causing this huge traffic jam. Look at this. It's so bad that trucks are disappearing. They're just going to like Narnia. I don't even know what's happening. They just disappear off the face of the earth. It's a freaking mystery. What's more of a mystery is why I thought this would work. I put a little nibbin of a road there, and I'm like, yeah, that'll fix it. Yeah, that fixed it real good. You know, we all have our days, don't we? We all have our days where we do real dumb things. So what I decided to do instead was just delete everything. And it wasn't just out of pure anger. There was a practical purpose. We're just gonna switch the entire depot around, right? Flip it 180 degrees so that the trucks coming into the place can just go straight in, and the people that are coming off of the train platform could just go straight out. Everybody's happy. Nobody's in each other's way, you know? Nobody's cursing and beeping every 5 seconds. It's just good things, right? And we do have to build like a nice little bridge and everything. We could have left that as a little rail crossing, which kind of would have been cool, but I really don't want any problems here, so we're just gonna build a little bridge and try and make this not look so ridiculous, because that looks terrible. That's giving me, like, even though I know we fix it, it's still giving me a headache just looking at it. Ugh, it's terrible. We make it look a bit better though, right? Is that a bit better? It's a little bit better to me. I feel more at peace. I feel so much more at peace, and look! No cars want to go in, so I can show you that it works, but trust me, alright? You're just gonna have to believe me, okay? I wouldn't lie about a thing like this. They all come out, and they all go in, and they don't get in each other's way, and what the hell happened here? That is not the best for highways, right? You don't want debris just all over your highways. It's dangerous. I care about my citizens. I don't want people getting hurt. That's why I left it, and I didn't deal with it right then and there. Right? We'll get to it eventually, it's fine. But we are gonna key off some of this island, right? We keyed off a little bit. We're not gonna key the whole thing. But I just felt as though it was necessary to do it right there. And yeah, you better believe it. That's a parking lot right there. You know how I feel about parking lots. Look at this. We're gonna put parking lots all over the goddamn place. And they're gonna use it too. And they're gonna be thankful. So thankful, they're probably gonna write me letters in the mail like, "Dear Mayor Brandon, oh my god, thank you so much for building a shit neighborhood and putting in parking lots everywhere. I'm so happy I get to live here." Because we really do try our best to make this place look like crap. In a good way though. If that makes any sense. I don't think it does. It doesn't really. But I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's plan out some roads. And as per usual, this place is going to be high density. It's going to be high density, so we're going to pack them all in as tight as we can. So our roads are going to be a little funky fresh. I put in a lot of extreme angles like this, which I had to anarchy in the place, but I really like the way they look. I really like the extreme angles when two roads come together. Look at that. It does something for me. You know? Whatever floats your boat, right? That floats my boat a whole bunch. So we're going with it. And I like the way this came out too. Getting the two different layers to work together and then having this road. I like it. I like it a lot. Good. So, more roads, more places for people to live. That's real nice. And we have exits and entrances to the highways. Look at that. Also good. There's the hot air balloon. I love that hot air balloon. I wish I put that down sooner. Great. Yeah, just a whole bunch of roads still. We're still working on that. It takes time, right? It takes time to get things looking nice in this game, and it's worth it. And that's not gonna do. We have these keys, right? These keys are probably like 20 feet in the air, which isn't the best. But I'm not about to go around and change the whole city to lower them. I'm only gonna do it for little parts like this ferry stop that we just put in. Because I can't have that like 50 feet in the air. That just looks ridiculous. So we lower that, and you betcha, whole nother parking lot. Because they're the best. And a parking garage. You could just park everywhere in this place. And I got these abandoned building assets. And this one especially, look at this. It has to be by a roadside, but the trains can drive right through it. Tell me that's not a... Why do I love that so much? I'm all about it. It's the little things. I got this abandoned motel too, right across from there. Alright, picture this. This main stretch of road has actually been here for a long time, right? And there used to be a motel for these factory areas for like the workers to come and work, and I take forever placing the sign because I'm unsure. I put it down eventually. There you go. I knew I could do it. And I put a second one for good measure. And don't pay attention to this, right? That was just, I don't know what I was thinking. You put the parking lot in the back of the motel. Everybody knows that. And I also got an idea for a pool that I want to do for that too. We're gonna come back to that motel. I was thinking about just taking a canal piece and putting a canal there with no water in it and just having it as like an empty pool. I think we can make that work. I think we can make it work. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try that. Because every motel needs a pool, right? And if it's abandoned, it needs an abandoned pool. That just makes sense to me. And for this main strip, I wanted it to be a lot of commercial, but we had far more of an industrial demand when I started placing everything. So I put some commercial in just on the corners and some on the main strip, but then we did mostly just office buildings and just a whole bunch of residential. And look, we unlocked. Oh, we got the lions. We got lions and we got rhinoceri. I don't know how you say that. I'm just gonna go with it and think that that's true. It's rhinoceri? Why not, right? It sounds like rigatoni to me for some reason. I don't know, but it's fine. So, these are the last parts of the zoo. We unlocked everything at this point. And look at the care in which we're putting them down. We're just kind of throwing them in the back. But it's fine, we'll make them look nice, right? There's nothing that a few trees and a little bit of landscaping won't make look beautiful. And we have to do something about those water symbols. Holy crap, they drive me nuts. Don't worry, we fixed that too. And I don't know why I decided to lower everything a little bit. I guess just to give it a little bit more interest, or maybe it just worked out that way, I don't know. But I like it. Because you won't see it eventually. Look, we're putting the big trees down. We're pulling out all the stops. We're putting all the trees. Maybe put some grass, I don't know. I don't know what happens. I recorded this like days ago. I don't remember what I did yesterday. It's fine. But look, we're putting tons of trees down, and they look real pretty. And we're going to cut the zoo pretty much in half, because this is all the room we need. We picked out this giant area of zoo, and now we finally get to compress it down to a nice little spot. And the zoo is pretty much done. We do have a little bit of decorating to do in the zoo, right? But for the most part, it's done. We got a zoo, and look at the lions. They have a thing that they can walk from one thing to another over top of the people that walk below it. That would give me a heart attack, but that's awesome. That's really cool. That is really cool. I would pay to see that. Ah, good. And we're gonna take a quick little stroll. Oh, excuse me. Take a quick little stroll. See the lions. Don't look at the people though. They're terrifying. Just avoid them at all costs. And whoever we played as doesn't really go anywhere interesting. So, we leave them to this beautiful shot of Hell No, our wonderful zoo. Why I called it Hell No, I don't know. I feel as though it's fitting now. I like it. It's Hell No. Hell No the zoo. It works for me in a strange way. Why not? I think it looks real nice though. I do like it. I like it a whole bunch. And you can see I put the fence there to cut it off. That's it. That's the zoo area done. Good. Let's build a bad neighborhood. You guessed it. Whole nother parking lot going all behind the buildings. Ah, it's so nice. Ah, it's so great. And look at this. Look at this parking lot action. And they're using it already. And just for people with OCD, that parking space is for you, okay? Just to freak you out a little bit and bother you. I'm sorry, I had to. It's gonna stay there forever, okay? That's your parking lot. If you ever want to visit a bad neighborhood, that one's just for you. And we make this, I love this. We put some abandoned cars, right? That building disappears, which makes me mad, but it comes back, it's fine. And just garbage everywhere. Now, the thing with this is, we can only put so many props, right? Before the game just loses its mind and it can't function anymore. So what I'm gonna do from now on is we're just gonna decorate points of interest, really, right? We're gonna try and decorate everything to an extent, but stuff like this, especially the graffiti, oh my god, tell me that doesn't look awesome. You can't have a bad neighborhood without graffiti just all over the damn place. Look, we put it on the train station too. Oh man, it looks so great. So basically, this whole neighborhood is gonna be tons of graffiti, tons of trash, and like abandoned cars all over the place. It's not somewhere that you really go for like a Sunday picnic, right? It's not a place you go out of your way to go and visit. It's a place you see on the news that you kinda, you just don't. You just don't do it. But oh man, I love graffiti though. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want graffiti all over like the apartment building that I live in. But for some reason, I like seeing it. Even in real life. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not the only one. Maybe you like seeing graffiti too. Maybe I'm weird like that. Who knows? But look at all this room that we have to put all of this construction stuff and more graffiti just everywhere. And I have a bit of a problem doing the graffiti all over everything. Sometimes it does appear as though it's floating off of the building. And like this, I kind of put two pieces together to form one image because I don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, if you have any suggestions, post in the comments below. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. That's great. And yeah, more parking lots. But don't worry, this is only going to be a half parking lot, okay? Look at this. Only half. The rest of it, nothing but containers. Oh, I love it. Just containers all over, and it's right next to the cargo train thing. Oh, I love this. I love it so much. Oh, okay, good. So, I have another problem, and you'll see that when I build these, those look great. I love these things. They're so wonderful. But when I put this other stuff, because bad neighborhood, right? So we gotta put trash. Gonna put some trash, an abandoned boxcar, and a van, because that's real cool. But for some reason, and you'll see when I go to adjust it, do you see how the trash pile looks like it's floating? Some of these things look like they're floating, and I try and use Move It to push them down, and they just pop right back up. Do you see that? Why? Someone smarter than me tell me what happened. Why do they do this? I don't like it. It's angering me. Please post in the comments below. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. And that leads us to this. We're gonna put a lot of construction stuff in this area, even some cranes and things like that. My concept for this little area is maybe they're tearing down that old factory, or maybe they're restoring it. I don't know. There's a porta potty right there. Cool. I already put one of those down, so I put a second one down. It's great with these things. You can kind of be random and just throw them anywhere, and they look good, because in real life, people are sloppy and they just throw shit everywhere, so it's kind of fitting. But my idea behind this whole factory thing is maybe they're tearing it down, maybe they're restoring it, maybe someone put graffiti on this shipping container and it looks pretty awesome. I love it. So that's the story with that. You know, it's good to have a little backstory. And this, oh my god, favorite thing ever. We're gonna have quite a bit of graffiti on this main strip. This little area right here. I love it. This wonderful white wall with graffiti all over, and we're just gonna throw some trash down. And it looks like it fits just so well. Just simple little things like that. And it's, I love it. It's great. So here we are so far. We got the basics for the area, but we still have a lot to do in this area. There's a lot of decorating that we still have to do. There, you can see the trucks going in and out just fine. Just to prove that I wasn't lying. It's right there. Cool. Ah, I love it. We're gonna have to do quite a bit more to this. It still looks a little bland. We got some decoration. We're inside a building, that's fine. We got some cranes and such. I love it. I'm loving this new area. We got the trains just sitting there in the rail yard. Oh man, this game. I feel as though every single time I play this game, I say how much I love it. And I can't help myself because this game is great. Oh, I mean, look at this. Once they start to use this parking lot more, and there's some more cars there, it looks even better. But I love this little area with the abandoned cars and the graffiti and the trash. And this, the parking garage with the graffiti. Come on. That's great. I love it. This train station. Look at how many people are at this train station already. Holy crap. It's amazing. We have to add more train stations to other parts of the city. I don't know how yet, but we're going to find a way and we're going to add them. Because people love trains. Who knew? The people of this city are all about the trains. And who am I to deny them, right? I'm not a mean person. I wouldn't do that. So we're going to put some more trains in soon. And I can't stress enough how much I love this crappy little corner. It's great. Wonderful. But I'm going to have to go ahead and end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we finish that wonderful little bad neighborhood. It's going to be great. I'll see you guys then. Bye!